love that rear delt machine.
I just was thinking that, man. I don't think I've ever used that.
That's been a long time since I used that.
He definitely dialed it in
right
differently this year.
Look at that look.
That was the year that he was wondering if Ronnie would be in the mix.
Look in the background.
Oh, there's Lee.
Yep.
Dorian. Yeah, let's even pretend the last plate is a fake plate.
Yeah.
Let's even pretend it's only 6 plates. That's all day after a show, man. Usually, we don't do that anymore, and JP Fux is the reason why. Hey, everybody, welcome to It's Just Bodybuilding Reacts. Yes, insert graphic here. I'm Big Ron Partlow. This is Dusty Hanshaw and the producer, Scott McNally. Remember to like, share, subscribe, comment, and
ring the bell.
Yes, I am Mutant.com, Big Ron, and Dusty. Those are your 2 codes. Use either one. Go to IamMutant.com, get your ISO search, get your all in, and everyone should get on the gear. What do we have today, Scott? We are watching a JP Fux old school Battle for the Olympia video clip, aren't we?
Yeah, this is like 1998.
Damn.
MOC.
Now, I know... I think our reaction viewers have seen a bit of Fux because he was in a Nasser video that we looked at, but this is just JP training. We're going to go full JP on this one. Oh, what a classic 98. That's one of the best Battle for the Olympia videos.
Yeah, it was.
It's one of the best. Mitsuru Okabe.
The clips are best because that means they're actually edited.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, so somebody chopped this up and made it just Fux.
It wasn't
probably
7 hours.
Probably Bruce. It seems like he's putting a lot of these out now.
Bruce is phenomenal.
So Monday, October 5th. So I wonder how, 5 days,
5 days out.
Oh, damn. Okay. I was going to say that's late. You know?
Man, he looks young there.
Monday, 5 days before the Mr. Olympia contest in New York. My weight is a little bit less than in the last competition. The last competition my weight was 124 kilograms. I think in this competition my weight is 120 kilograms. I have more details and I hope I can make top 6 place in this Mr.
Oh, I love that rear delt machine.
I just was thinking that, man. I don't think I've ever used that.
That's been a long time since I used that.
Bodybuilding. Dorian,
That's a
Yates,
Cybex.
Is that who makes it?
Yeah, it's a good little piece.
And I think all athletes
pretty sure.
more motivation.
Someone might crucify me in the comments. It might be Paramount.
Probably.
I hope it's a very special
Thought it was one of the 2.
My favorite.
Rob Cybex says right there.
I think
you're good.
3 favorites when the competition going normal. The favorites is
so close to the show.
Wheeler,
not a hard workout.
Nasser El somebody and maybe Ronnie Coleman and
might be. That's before Ronnie won, so he said might be.
And Sean Ray and Kevin Lebron.
Yeah.
98.
And all people think only these 5 can win the Mr. Olympia. Maybe I can make a surprise in this Olympia show. My workout and my diet is the same than in the last years. Different is my motivation. This year I have much more motivation than in the last competitions. Then I think this is one from the last change for me.
The famous spot, Ron.
Back on that guy. Remember back when 265 was just to be 265 on stage? You were like, what?
Yeah,
That's humongous.
Yeah. Now it's normal.
Look at those rhomboids.
Oh, God.
Look at that just that density through the lower lat area. Poof.
He was always one of my favorites just because, to me, to be a bodybuilder, you needed to look like one no matter what you were wearing. And you can't hide that muscle mass. I mean,
Look at that back. What a crazy back. Hey, have you guys met JP?
I never
I
have.
can't remember. So I met him on Dennis Wolf's podcast.
Oh,
Dennis
you're kidding
had me on his, about, I think it's like 6 months ago, I was on Dennis Wolf's podcast.
Yeah.
And I didn't know JP was going to be on. I just thought it was me and Dennis or whatever.
Yeah.
And then we come on and it was the 3 of us. And I got to meet JP. We did the whole podcast together. And then my buddy Morgan, that pump on Instagram.
Yeah.
He just had a holiday there over Christmas. He went down, I think he was in Palm Springs somewhere. And he goes, hey, I'm at the gym right now, and I think JP Fux is here training a guy.
For his For his
And I
size.
go, yeah, that's him. Yeah.
Sorry to
So we went
interrupt,
up and
man.
talked to him. Yeah.
Look at that shot though. For his size, like that's
Waist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He definitely
right
dialed
there.
it in
That right there.
differently this year. I
Look
mean,
at that look.
This is so
Yeah.
good.
the arms are just silly though. Like,
And he looks so freaking pumped right now too. Like you can see it.
yeah,
Jeez.
It probably won't last long, you know, considering he's so close to the show. But like for this moment, skin is completely stretched.
oh yeah.
So it looks like he's got a little bruise on top of each bicep.
I wonder what that's from.
I
Maybe
wonder.
his girlfriend got mad at him and grabbed him. You know how they do.
Yeah, it must have been from spousal.
That happens a lot.
That's the classic double thumb on the bicep. That's a typical.
Yeah.
She probably grabbed him in the kitchen and shook him.
Maybe that's why they're so swollen. Anyways,
Yeah. See, it's important to recognize the signs of domestic abuse.
Oh,
Guys,
yeah.
we take this
And we're demonetized
this
completely.
the end.
I
We've made it
can
2
always
minutes.
tell when I've made a joke Scott doesn't like because he goes,
YouTube doesn't like that conversation. It's like now
Yeah.
in the editing, I have to add a bunch of stuff about what we
Or
talked
I see him.
about.
I see him do this.
I just grimace.
I say something and Scott writes something down.
I'm like writing notes.
Exact time. Oh no!
Damn. Let's see what he says.
I must go return to the hotel and eating. Just bye-bye.
That's it.
Remember how exciting it was to see guys do a pump work, eat a meal?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Remember the thrill of getting another battle video? Be like, oh my God, I wonder how many of them are eating oatmeal. You'd like
And chicken breast.
pop
Yeah.
it in.
Oatmeal.
Yeah. And then you'd feel gypped
I,
if you got a clip like that one with Fuchs where you get the clip and then you're like, oh, he didn't even eat in that clip.
Yeah.
I
You
hope
knew
the
he
next
was
guy
going to
eats.
eat. Yeah.
I want
Yeah.
to see what the
Like,
next guy
follow him.
eats.
That was the closest we had to like the behind the scenes everyday
was
life
it.
stuff, you know?
That was it.
So see, I had an advantage over you, Ron, because I didn't really get into bodybuilding until 2000 when I started working at the supplement store. So I had all of the old Battle for the Olympias, all of the old videos, and they were all new to me.
Right.
And they used to play in the store. So
Nonstop.
I mean, I'd come in the morning, I'd get my ephedra-based drink, I'd get my
You got to
protein
start your
bar,
day
which-
right.
Yeah, which just cost me the first hour of my shift in money because I
You get
didn't
yourself
really
your
think
$6 turbo tea or whatever the hell you were drinking.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then I'd pop one of those on, and they'd just be playing all day and just blow. Because you got to remember too, I had never seen people like that yet. So every single one of them, my eyes are bugging out of my head. And you know, at the time you're like, yeah, I just can't wait to get up to 220. And there's a guy peeled that's like, I'm not this big this year. I'm 265.
Yeah, I'm a little lower at a tighter waist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Insanity. Those were some of my best memories of bodybuilding. I was just watching all those guys and being in awe because I'd never seen a freak in person like that.
Look at the amount of size that he put on. Now, I'm just randomly grabbing this, and it's really low quality, but I'm kind of trying to do this on the fly. But check this out, 92 to 97, it says.
I
Yeah.
wonder what the weight difference is.
I wonder, too. It's a lot of lot of mass. Wish you could see more quad there, too, because you had crazy legs.
Oh, man.
Oh, his legs were nuts. That's also when I learned that all the things I had read in magazines wasn't necessarily what guys were doing, because he would do like partial rep squats.
Oh, yeah.
And I mean, I was taught to the bone that was a waste of time. Then I'm watching him, I'm like, maybe it's not a waste of time. What is this? Then it turns out he just has better genetics. I didn't know.
So I never met him, but I've heard a number of podcasts with him, and I remember him specifically saying that he would get on the exercise bike and literally like freaking balls out sprint, and then immediately get off and go to the squat rack, like just back to back.
Oh, wow.
Could you imagine
one
that?
of the two things I like. The other.
Let's do a video of that, of you doing that today, Dusty, after the show. Let's see how that turns out. No, thank you.
That rolls through.
Yeah, let's see how that plays out. Oh,
the good news, I'll probably die on the bike, so I don't have to do the set of squats. We're perfect.
Right? Just crazy.
Especially when he was doing that in cold. That means he had to do it on the upstairs and then come down the stairs. It's a dangerous play there.
It also reminds me of the times when guys would do stuff in training and you'd say, well, why are you doing that? And they're like, I don't know. It seems like the hardest thing I can do.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right? Like there's no study. He didn't read that in a magazine, I don't think. His brain just somehow thought, why don't I do this?
Terrible.
It'll be brutal. You know?
That was the christening that we all had, though, that was the goal. You would go in the gym and be like, what would be the worst thing I could do today? And then that's what you would do. Oh,
right.
Geez.
There's another good shot of him here. Like he's
looking
looking at the bigger size here at this point.
He's got Scott's calves.
Yeah, but the rest of the physique too, you know, though everything else.
The super heavyweight.
You're the only one that has anything he has. So listen, you win.
Yeah,
I'll take it.
The other two on the show had none of that.
Yeah,
good shot.
And I remember those. I think back then, like he's doing that. Was he 5 days out there? I think nowadays he would be doing more of a normal workout 5 days out.
Yep.
I think things have changed a little bit in that regard. Yeah. I think there was still a lot of, like, in the late 90s, early 2000s, there was a lot of that, like, okay, it's like you really back off at this point, you know what I mean? And I know that certain people still do that, but I know there's a lot more like kind of train normal till the show sort of a mentality now. As far as I'm aware, anyways, that's what I hear a lot of.
That was one of the things I learned from Lee Prist that I thought was so great. When he was in Arizona, and I asked him, I said, well, how did you approach your training at the end? And he goes, well, I train every day because I like to train. The end of logic. He goes, well, I look like this while I'm training. Why would I stop training? And I thought, wow, I mean, everyone put so much thought into it. And he was like, well, I look this way already and I train every day. So I just train. He said sometimes he would get into town and he'd train right up until he got his first coat of Protan. Yeah. Well, I was supposed to train back today. So we just Thursday before the show, he'd train back and then he'd shower up, shave, and go get his tan. He's like, I guess I can't train tomorrow. Tan now.
Yeah.
Check this shit out.
Now it's a whole artwork of how to do it. That was the year that he was wondering if Ronnie would be in the mix.
Look in the background too.
Oh, there's Lee.
Yep.
Dorian.
Oh, this is 96 then, because this is
okay.
So that was the second call outs, because would Ronnie get that year? 9th?
Oh,
97?
Yep. Yeah.
And I think Fux beat him. I think he might have got 8th that year. So this is the year that he was saying he was 274 or whatever on stage.
Okay. Look at that Dorian in the background there. Look at those freaking delts.
Yeah, nuts.
That's wild.
Good times, man. Those were great times.
That's wild.
I love those old photos.
Is this? Oh man, I wish this picture was better. Let me see if I can pull this up. I got a calf shot here. Oh, it's like a video still. I have to say I don't think that my calves are as good as this. This is real grainy. Real grainy. Look at that.
Holy shit. That's absurd.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
no.
You know, just keep training hard. Eat your protein.
You're right there, buddy.
All right. I know this is a shorter one, but I'm glad we could get it out.
We got to do one more photo.
All right. You got one?
Oh, good.
Yeah, I'll send it to you guys.
All right.
There, I texted over.
All right. There it is. Let's see.
It's not one anybody likes, but you got to show this one. For those that don't know the story.
Oh, I guess that one I already know.
We can't not talk about that, I guess.
Yeah.
What year was that, Ron?
Well, that was the last year.
Yeah.
Pretty much. I don't know if it was 99 or what year that was, but JP Fux did the show. He did the show, and then the next day he was shooting with Chris Lund at the gym, and Chris said, I need some squat shots, and he still got all the Protan on, if you can see. He wrapped the knees up, and he put, what the shit does he have on there?
Yep.
7 plates, you know, I mean,
7
let's
real
even,
plates.
let's even pretend the last plate is a fake plate because it's a different color there.
Yeah.
Let's even pretend it's only 6 plates.
Right.
But that's all the day after a show, man. Usually, you know, we don't do that anymore. And JP Fux is the reason why he had that double patella tendon tear. Both knees exploded on him. And I think he came back and did one more show. I think like he did compete again.
Did he?
Right.
But I mean, you know, it's just not going to be the same, right? So
not unless you're
yeah. So you know, we've got to take those. There's certain lessons in life, guys, that other guys learned, so we didn't have to.
Well, that's a tough
And
one.
I
man.
know that we ignore those lessons all the time. Like, I won't happen to me.
Yeah.
Not that way. We do that. Yeah. That one, I remember that one struck a chord with me. Like, I was like, damn, I'm not doing anything. Like, and every time I did photo shoots after a show, I remember just being like, I remember saying no to photographers. I didn't do that many photo shoots, but I remember saying no to like several things.
Yeah.
I'm like, not doing those. And they're like, why not? I'm like,
same.
not doing those today. Oh, okay. Ron doesn't want to do these.
I did the same like the week after a show until I felt fully hydrated, everything back to normal. I'd go to the gym and just like touch weights. I maybe the following Friday start 70% training. Like, I had a real fear of that from that day. Plus, I was always like, well, I'm not putting on muscle right now.
Yeah.
So why?
Especially at a photo shoot. Jesus.
Yeah, that was asinine.
Yeah.
Ooh, I knew that picture. As soon as you said we have to, I'm like, oh, I already know the photo.
I know the one.
The magazine, they showed it happening, like, so you could see like multiple shots as it was breaking and him hitting the ground.
Yeah. Nowadays, there'd be some lawsuits over that. I don't think there was anything at the time, but damn. You talked me into it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah, man. Okay. Well, I love looking at the old Mitsuru videos, man. Those MOCs are a lot of fun. It was like a time capsule in history, pre-internet for a lot of those, and pre-information. And like I said, I wonder who's eating oatmeal in this video, you know?
Yeah.
And I remember you'd see like, you know, someone like, you know, like one of the guys that'd be cooking, you know, like Orange Ruffy, for example. Jay might cook Orange Ruffy in a Mitsuru video. And then all of a sudden I'm up here in Canada going, geez, where can I get Orange Ruffy?
Everybody's eating Orange Ruffy now,
and
and learning a terrible lesson from that too when they ate too much.
Yeah. And then I got my butcher, going, what are you looking for? I'm like, Orange Ruffy. He's like, oh, we don't carry that. I don't know. Like, you know what I mean? Just you start to learn. Like,
you're in Vancouver with like, with all these different foods now, and it's like, Orange Ruffy.
Yeah,
Detroit, we got good things here, but no, Orange Ruffy, got to be that.
Yeah. Okay, remember, guys, like, share, subscribe, comment, and
ring the bell.
Yeah, you bet. Remember, IamMutant.com. Get your ISO search, get your all in, and everyone should get on the gear. Dusty and Big Ron are your codes. Use those codes. And remember the Think Big Patreon. Keep a producer homed. Yeah, keep that running. If you're not on Patreon, for the price of a cup of coffee, that's all you need. Okay. Remember, Dusty doesn't use beard oil. That's all just his natural hair quality. It's unbelievable. And
the shampoo the wife has in the shower. That's all you need.
Yeah, I had to throw that in there. Okay, remember everybody, it's just bodybuilding reacts.
Love it. He doesn't wear gloves. See those calluses?
No. Those are the real calluses. Oh yeah. Fucking, I look down at my hands, a lifetime of heavy tools. My knuckles aren't nearly bruised and knotted enough for me to have any tough guy mystique at all.
But you go on this side of the hand, and that's what matters.
Remember, Dusty, this side of the hand shows like, okay, you worked, but this side of the hand shows how hard the work was. Right?
I never show that side.
It's one thing to show this side of the hand. It's like, oh, you grabbed a lot of things. But then when you show this side of the hand, you're like, oh, a lot of tools smashed your hands.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you worked on shit. Yeah, I don't have any of that.
That's the man shit side.
Yeah. Yeah, this is like man shit. And then there's his man shit. Yeah. Okay, see you guys.